Welcome to Inside Sim Racing and another edition of Test Drive. This test drive will be with a preview build of F1 2016. I'm Billy Strange, and we're going to check out the career mode. So as I stated earlier, this is a preview build of F1 2016, so please keep that in mind. There may be some graphical or audio glitches, things may move around, menus may change, things like that, because this is not the final version, this is a preview build. And also remember, YouTube compresses the heck out of videos, so the graphical fidelity you may see here is not necessarily absolutely representative of the final product as well. Not saying you can't glean some sort of idea of what the game's going to look like, but just keep that in mind. It's not absolutely what you see. Also, I just want to say a quick thanks to Codemasters for sending us a preview build. Also, thanks to them, Lee Mathers and Deep Silver, for having me out to test the PS4 version down in San Francisco. The first lap of the race in my career mode, I'm going, since it's the same track that I got a very brief amount of time and we had some technical difficulties with our PS4 debug letting me record, so I only got a very small amount of footage, so I'm just going to show, if I can, a side-by-side comparison between the PC and the PS4 version on that first lap in Australia. Also, want to mention the FOV will be off between the two builds because their TV was quite a ways away, so the thing you can do in the PS4 version is you can adjust the field of view, which is nice. With that said, I zoomed it in as close as I could get because the TV was so far away from the wheel and pedal set that I was using, which, by the way, was the Logitech, what is it, the G29? That was interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through the different paces of beginning a career mode, and then I'm going to show the first race. There's some interesting and unique things that are going on here that I thought were worth note for those that are interested in career mode, not only just the gameplay and the driving of the car itself. Anything I don't cover here, more than likely John is going to or has already covered in his video. He's going to go much more into depth in menus and options and driving the car as well. Anything that we don't get to in the first couple videos, I'll do a follow-up video with Race 2 in career mode. Okay, so what I've done is I've started my career, and now I get to pick my avatar, helmet, so I'm going to run through this. I'm going to quit talking, and then I'll just speed this section up just so you can see what's going on here. Okay, so now that I've selected helmet, avatar, car number, now you can select a team. Now you can choose any team that you'd like to start with. They all have goals that they want you to achieve. From my understanding, talking with Lee, you can be demoted, you can be asked to be on another team if you do well, you can be dropped to another team. There's number 1, number 2 driver, there's all sorts of aspects to this career mode, and it's over 10 seasons, so there's lots of room for lateral and upward and downward movement. You can also take a bottom tier team and stick with them, and there are upgrades that you can do to the car and try to get them up to a top tier level, such as a Ferrari, Williams, Red Bull, or Mercedes team up there. So I always like starting at the bottom with something like this. You can see their championship expectations, and we're gonna pick Manor, and then you can just choose your teammate. And now here you can change what you're going to do for the weekend. If For those people that really want to get in depth, you can either use the tire handout that they're giving you, or you can change it. So for those that really want to dive deep, you can. We're going to do full qualifying. It's either 5 laps or 25%. It's kind of a large jump. Too bad you can't pick something in between, or maybe like a time length, but you know, that's small stuff, not that big a deal. So now that you've been assigned a team, your team manager will talk to you. We'll see what she has to say.
Hi, I'm Emma Jenkins. I'm a specialist in contract law, and I've been brought in to work as your agent.
Hi.
I'll be working to get you the best deal in the boardroom, which means you need to do the best possible job out there on the circuit. When you get new contract offers, either from new teams or an amendment to your existing offer, it'll come through me. I'll also keep you up to date on discussions behind the scenes to change your terms, or any specific goals that the team has set for you.
Ooh, spicy.
If a contract offer does come through, I'll present to you the available offers, and then you can make the call.
Thank you.
I assume that all sounds fine.
It does.
Well then, good luck this season, and I'll catch you later.
All right. So again, this was a larger deal for Codemasters when I was speaking with Lee. Just the fact that they were very excited to have a career mode, and they wanted to try to give you that extra little bit of immersion for those that like to do a career mode. So we've got our contract. This background, actually, from what I've seen so far, I believe it changes depending on the track that you're at, so that's kind of cool. You can look around if you really feel like it, although I'm not sure why. And here is where you're going to see your news feed. It's just going to give you things that have happened. On the left-hand side, you can see where your expectations are as a driver. The green means you're doing on target, purple is exceeding, red is below. You will get a rival. And now we're going to go do practice, because there's something interesting to look at in practice. Okay, so as we're sitting here in practice, I just wanted to show, this is almost like a RPG sense kind of thing, where they're going to give you, each team's going to give you goals. Also want to point out that I didn't mention earlier, talking with Lee, each car handles a little differently. Okay, so they wanted to build some sort of system to kind of help you, those that are new, introduce themselves to the track, and also for those that are more experienced, give them a goal to run, practice, and qualifying. All that gets you these resource points, and you can spend those on upgrading your car. So what we're going to do is, this, I mean, it tells you exactly what it's going to do. It's an acclimatization program. And then you have tire management, which apparently I'm not very good at. The couple races I've tried this with while I was testing it out, I'm awful at tire management, so I get no points when I do that. And then you have qualifying pace. And then they'd like you to do each practice session. That will also get you points. There's several things that will get you points towards your car. So we're going to pick track acclimatization, so we can see, and you have to go into this. If you just pick it from where you're sitting in the car, that's not going to work. So what I just wanted to show is when we start the lap, nothing's warmed up here, but very briefly, tires aren't warm. I just wanted to show how they want you to do this track. It just basically gets you in the mood, or in the mode rather, of running the racing line. And you can see it's green. I'll go offline. It goes red. So, that's how that works. Alright, so real quick, I finished up my 3 laps, and you can see where I was good and where I wasn't. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Alright, so after each session, then it shows you what you get in resource points in addition to what you already got. So we have 558 available.
Hi.
Hello.
Good to meet you at last. My name's Chris, and I'll be working with you as your Chief of Vehicle Development.
Sounds good, Chris.
It'll be my job to get your feedback as a driver, and to direct our upgrade design in the areas that you feel are most lacking. At each Grand Prix, we can run a series of practice programs and log the performance of the car as you drive it at its limit. This gives us data that we can utilize to develop various performance improvements. In order for me to know which upgrades to prioritize, I'll need you to select a development area that you'd like us to focus on. And you can do that in the R&D section of your laptop. Anyway, that's all for now, but I'll keep you up to date, okay? I'll see you soon.
See ya. Thanks, Chris. Alright, so very quickly to look at this, these are the tiers, or these are the different sections: engine fuel efficiency, chassis weight, downforce, and drag. You have X amount of points available to you, and then you can spend them accordingly. And now, if you were to jump teams, let's say you run a season and jump to a different team, each team has its own path. So they will have these unlocked and filled in different ways than you have probably done. But once you get into that team, you can then dictate the course of how that team continues on in the upgrade path that you choose. So for right now, we are going to do, of course, always engine power. And now you can do this now, or you can wait. For the sake of this video, we're just going to do it now. And what'll happen is you'll get these upgrades, at least in this first tier. I don't know from if it varies further on down the line, but they'll be available at the next race.
Hey, looks like you've got a bit of rivalry going on out there. This is good.
All right.
Gets people talking about you. Just make sure you outperform them, okay?
So this just shows you the rival that they've assigned to you, and now we'll listen to the voicemail real quick.
Hi, just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
And again, these are our qualifying goals. This is going to help us get those upgrade points. So, before I forget, this is where you can do your car setups. I will just run through those real quick. I've made a custom setup, just changed a few things. It's not... Thank you. It's not super in-depth. You can't adjust individual parts like left-hand side, right-hand side, which is what for those of you that are looking for a super sim-like experience in that regard, where you want to make all these small little changes to the car, you're not going to get that here. But what I think they do well is they are giving you an overall basic. Once again, I would like some telemetry to tell me what the car, tires are like and stuff like that. Individually, what wear pattern is, where the, inside, middle, and outside temps and that kind of stuff to help me get a little better setup on the car. But that's just not the reality. That's not what they're going for. So take that for what it is. And like I said, those of you that are very interested in that sim-like aspect of tuning your car, you're not going to get that here. But I think they do a good job. For those that don't care, they can just pick a generic setup. For those that want to take it a step further, they've got some pieces in there that, from what I've messed with, do make a difference with the car. And very quickly, this is how the Rivalry update works as well. So I finished qualifying. So you can see I qualified 13th. So you get bumps for everything that you post green, a green check mark in. And then when you finish each session that has a rivalry goal attached to it, then that's what this is for. As you can see, in qualifying, I did 21st or better, and I beat my teammates, so that bumped me up from the green of 7 up to the purple and 9, so I am above the team expectation right now. Alright, so here we go. This is the starting grid. Now, they said you'll be able to do a warm-up lap, which will get your tires up to temp, more so than just starting right away. I don't think I enabled that option. The same thing happens in practice and qualifying. If you just do a flying lap instead of your out lap, you don't get a chance to optimize your tire and brake temps. So keep that in mind if that is something of importance to you. It's not a big deal to me. I just freaking skip it. So, and this is the start. So you hold like you got first gear and get the revs up, and then let go of that gear change. Works pretty well. Oh boy, you moved right over on me. Again, hi. As you can see, I've brought up the multi-function display. Tires or brakes are not up to temp, I can feel it. And hopefully I've got the PS4 footage rolling for you. If not, I'll put it at the end, but I think I can get it where we're doing a side-by-side here. So you can change your fuel mix, which I will as soon as I'm clear of some of this traffic. I'm just going to go to rich. And here you can see how much tire wear you got. Whoa. And then one more time, and you can see if you're overheating, which if you run rich, depending on how much you're stressing the motor, I guess, not even necessarily rich, you can have that happen. Have the spot. Thank you. Look out. And then you can see your brake and tire temperature as well. And then we're going to go one more. And that is our team goals. I can feel the tires and brakes start to come in. Get a little sideways. We're up to P8. So how does the car feel? Well, it is a little different than 2015, but not by much. Lee had said from Codemasters that they got a lot of positive feedback about the last handling model. Forgot to initiate the turn sooner. So they didn't change much. What I did notice is the throttle response feels a little better. Holy crap. Throttle response feels a little better, which allows you to control the wheel spin more, but I still think there's too much wheel spin in the lower gears. Like third and fourth gear, it just doesn't seem natural to have an F1 car still trying to spin the tires. And that could be completely wrong. I'm just enjoying the first level of traction control. See if we can make this pass or not. Still there. And then it just acts more like a Formula 1 car to me. But I wish there was actually a setting in between off in the first setting where there was just a little bit of wheel spin. A little tiny bit of brake lockup. Trying to time your pass. It's tough. They also improved the AI. And I can believe that. They seem a little more apt to not let you pass as easy. In 2015, once you kind of got alongside of them, they just kind of gave up. Whoops. They don't give up quite so easy. And when you start running at definitely at the higher levels of difficulty, they're very quick. So again, for the person that is looking for the absolute sim experience, this probably isn't going to tickle that bone for you. That I said something so odd it made me downshift too many times. Whoa! Almost lost it.
Hamilton has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
So anyway,
Hamilton's just made a move for
oh, he keeps talking to me. He's messing up my train of thought. Like I was saying, for those looking for the absolute sim experience, probably not gonna be what you were hoping for, but I will say this does present a very good challenge to drive and to run against the AI. They're gonna have, I think it's up to a full field in multiplayer, so that if you're into the multiplayer side, that ought to be interesting. I think what they've got, they improved 2015, and I think they've got something that actually I'm having a lot of fun with. Graphically speaking, I'll put my PC specs down below. I've got everything on high or ultra high. Trying to figure out how to get by. Really let me... Oh, sorry. Everything's on either high or ultra high. AA's turned up all the way, and I'm still getting about 85 frames a second. It's a little graphically intensive. Graphically, it's not super spectacular. It's good. I think it's the art style, so I think that's gonna dictate whether you like it or not. On the last lap here, I actually went into the NVIDIA control panel and went and turned the anti-aliasing up one more notch from what they have in the game, and it smoothed out a lot more of the jagged edges. I don't know if you guys can hear this. There is like a small, almost like fuzz when I'm in the throttle. It's very odd sounding. It's very hopefully they fix that before launch, because it's very disconcerting. Okay, so this is after the race. Again, this is our rivalry update. You can watch both sides going up. He only got 2 check marks, so he only bumped up 2 points, where I bumped up. Now I'm halfway to beating my rival. And then when you beat this rival, you'll get a new one. So they don't want you... Lee explained that they just don't want you to just beat your rival. They want you to smash your rival. Utterly obliterate. Completely overachieve. And then this is another aspect that's kind of interesting. The career score at the very end. This particular career, you can actually measure up against other people that are doing their career as well. So it's kind of a cool thing. You want to check it against your friends list or see where you rank in the world for your particular career season. You know, it resets the points if you start another career over, but as long as you keep the same career going, you're going to keep adding to this score. And that's going to do it for this episode of Test Drive. Once again, this is a preview build. This is not the final build, nor is this an actual all-encompassing review on Inside Sim Racing's part as well. Just wanted to show what you can expect out of the game. I think it drives well. Once again, for those that are looking for that super extreme sim experience, this is probably not for you, as of right now at least. But for those that want to have fun, want to be invested in a Formula 1 career and kind of work your way up a ladder, and you like those kind of things, I think this will work really well for you. I'm actually really enjoying this so far, so I like this kind of stuff. It gets me invested in wanting to play it. I like seeing stats and stuff go up like that, so it's cool to me. Force feedback I didn't mention, but force feedback works well. It's not super amazing, but it does have enough detail in the force feedback to be adequate in making adjustments while on the track. Also, when I recorded the replay, there is a bug. I'm just going to show a little bit of it. That dust slash smoke cloud, I don't know what it's trying to do there, but it acts like I'm totally driving on a dirt track all the time. Once again, this is a preview build. Bugs are to be expected. Hopefully they get that ironed out. That's the first time I've had it happen in a replay. I've watched 3 other replays and never had it happen, so of course the one that I record is the one that it happens on. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please click that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to Inside Sim Racing for more F1 2016 content. I believe I'm going to bump the difficulty up for the next race in the series, just because really Manor shouldn't be finishing on the podium. Even as amazing as I was driving, actually I was much faster when I wasn't talking. This demands a lot of concentration, so I know this is a long video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.